So they are not necessarily the same, but at some point, they are similar, but they do not necessarily mean the same thing. So for example, these words, this all mean pleasure to look at. This all mean me. Sorry? Okay. This all mean pleasure to look at. Okay? So that means that at certain extent, we have to use it in correct way. Okay? So good looking, cute, adorable. So we have to consider the context of the sentence. If the context of the sentence is formal, for example, it's a formal writing. So we do not use colloquial adjectives. We do not use colloquial terms, even if they have the same meaning. So we have to consider the context. So for example, ano pang example? When will we use the word ask and when will we use the word request? Both are trying to say to ask something, or to have something, or to plead for something. Plead is another synonym niya, diba? So we are going to use ask when it's casual conversation. And so we are use request when formal writing. So it depends on the context. So, ayun, those are the synonyms. Again, we all are aware naman ng synonyms. So, yeah, good looking, cute, adorable, all of that has the same, means the same thing. Like that's pretty good, or look at, or pleasant to look at. Another grammatical category is the antonyms. Now, this is a word which means the opposite of another. Antonyms are helpful in emphasizing a point, showing a contrast, and explaining exactly the meaning of certain context. So these are just few of the words with antonyms. So when we say a big, it's antonym is the opposite. Okay? Antonym, opposite. So, ayun. Diba? So, we have to understanding the context also is helpful in identifying the antonyms of a certain word. So, ayun, these are just few of the examples. So, we cannot go through all of that. So, let's move now to the tips in answering these tests on synonyms and antonyms. So, first, determine the part of speech. Kung anong gamit niya sa sentence. Anong part of speech siya. Is it used as adjective? Is it used as a noun? No? Is it used as a verb? No? So determine whether the word is noun, an adjective, or an adverb, and then remove the words which do not belong to the same family if ang ipanita is ang synonym. So we remove the words that do not belong in the same family as the given word. So again, we have to determine what part of speech that word is. Another, we should not be tricked because most of the time, options which looks or sound like the given word are there to confuse. So for example, the prosy decor. Now the prosy decor. If you are asked what is the synonym of prosy, and then the option there is lousy, drowsy, busy. So those are tricky options that will make you think na because they have the same last three words. Baka ito yung synonym niya. But that's not always the case. Mostly that's not the case. Okay? So, ayun, for example, drowsy, frizzy, lousy, untidy, or neat. So, ayun, we have to go back to the sentence. The prosy beggar. So will be lousy, will be drowsy, breezy, lousy, means prosy in the sentence, the prosy beggar. So hindi siya. Okay? So that means it's the prosy beggar, it means untidy. The untidy beggar. So we have to be careful on these tricky questions and options in the items. Okay? And then we have to understand the context. We have to determine whether the word is a noun, an adjective, or an adverb. So we have to determine the context. So ano ba itong context? No? A context is a surrounding condition. No? That is the circumstance given in a certain sentence. No? A circumstance or an event that from the environment in which something takes place. So yun yung context niya. No? And then, for example, we have the word. If you are to ask, if you would be asked, what is the antonym of the word in every sentence? So in the sentence, ito na lang ako. Never, right. In every
Never ever. Never ever again. Never again.
Okay. You are asked to look for the antonym of that word in every sentence. So we have to what? We have to look at the context. Never drive when you are inebriated. So yung nagbibigay ng context ng sentence na ito is usually the situation or the environment or the circumstance. So in this sentence, we have never drive here. So let's try to look at the options. Ano yung connected kay never drive, mostly or usually? Ano ba yung connected na circumstance na never drive? When you are drunk. When you are tipsy. Diba? So, if we are looking for the antonym,
Ay, antonym mo na.
antonym, so we will eliminate na the drunk and the tipsy. No? Again, we look at the context and then look, identify what yung meaning ng antonym or synonym. So if it's antonym, everything that is connected to this will be already eliminated. So we have sober and sleeping. Now, the next step is to substitute. Substitute all possible answers with a given word. So we only have sober and sleeping. So, for example, never drive when you are sober. Never drive when you are sleepy. So again, antonym yung hinahanap natin ha. So which now will be more appropriate?
Sober.
Yes.